Hello everyone, Namaste. I bow to the light and dark within you. Hope you're doing well, and if you're not doing well, make sure that you pour love and compassion to those aspects of you that require a safe space and holding and compassion and listening be with you in those difficult moments. If everybody else has abandoned you, make sure that you don't abandon yourself. Be there for you, listen to you, listen to the beats of your heart, and tune into your breath and attend to your pain. Don't escape from it, be with it. Namaste. So today I would like to talk about forgiveness. Should you forgive? Should you forgive those who have done you wrong in the past? Those who have backstabbed you? Those who have abandoned you in the most difficult times of your life, when you were sick, when you were grieving, those who continuously picked up a fight with you to take a step above, to use you as punching bags. Should you forgive them when they talk behind your back and smeared you? Those who accused you of things that you've never done, to have power over you, to control you. It happened to me quite a bit during C19, you know what I mean, 2019 up till 2022, false accusations because of this and this. Should we forgive them? Should you forgive those who have done you wrong? Organizations that they wanted to enslave you, people who tried to destroy your reputation, people who have backstabbed you, people who pretended that they're your friends while in truth they were your enemies. Should you forgive them? Well, it's up to you. Nobody has the right to tell you that you should forgive anybody. It's ultimately your choice and your choice only. So in our today's society, when we are hurt, when we are wounded, sometimes it happens that we go to somebody and we confide in somebody. We share our sorrows and agonies with somebody in the hope of some solace, in the hope for listening ears and embrace and kind eyes, eyes that they see, ears that they hear, energies that are inviting and embracing, friendly, kind, supportive energies. We hope for that. And instead, a lot of times we hear things like, you need to forgive, you must forgive. And if we dare to say, oh, I'm not ready to forgive, how can I forgive? Then they continue with, this forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. It frees you It frees you from agony and hurt. It's for you, it's not for them. So you should forgive. So instead of compassion, instead of kindness, instead of compassionate eyes and understanding ears and an embrace and warmth and inviting energies, we hear, you should forgive them. Perhaps that's what Jesus has done. So, who are these friends, these people that we go to and they give us such advice? What is their intention? Think about it. To know that answer, we need to put ourselves in their shoes. And be them. And when somebody's in pain and agony, just tell them, you need to forgive them. You need to forgive them. It's not for them, it's for you. So instead of compassion, so are you in a place of compassion? Are you in the place of kindness, truthfulness, friendliness? Are you connected to your humanity when you just give somebody such an advice instead of support when they're in pain and agony? You know the answer. The answer is a big no. No. They're not. They're not in the place of compassion. I even question their motive and what's behind their friendship, if they're your friends. Forgiveness is up to you, and it has to happen naturally. And if you're not ready, you don't need to forgive anybody. Doesn't matter if the forgiveness is for them, for you, or for Lucy, or for John. If you're not ready to forgive, forgiveness cannot actually happen. We are not robots. We don't have buttons that we can press. Go like, bzzz, forgiveness button. You must press that. It's not for them, it's for you. So press it, you must. It's ridiculous, but they talk like that. People parrot each other. People parrot each other and give each other's advice like that when humanity is in need of compassion. Majority of the people who are living in Western countries are being influenced by Christianity. Regardless of if they are following Christianity or not, they are affected by this culture. And Christianity has a lot to say about forgiveness, as we know. So, and Christianity or religions like Islam, I'm not too familiar with Judaism, so I cannot talk about that, but they always have to advise other people, you know, make sure that everybody's in the right path. And they never ask, who am I? Who am I here that I have the authority to tell somebody that you should forgive when somebody is in pain and agony? So my dears, you don't have to forgive anybody if you're not ready. Forgiveness has to come naturally. Just as crying has to come naturally. You know, if you force yourself to cry, it's not going to be a real cry. It's not going to be an authentic expression of your internal being. Unless if you're a good actor, and still that crying is not authentic. Same goes with forgiveness. You cannot force yourself to forgive. And forgiveness is not the prerequisite for healing. So you can heal without forgiving. However, forgiveness can happen naturally, maybe after you're healed, after you have dealt with your internal wounds and are able to see your perpetrator in a different light. Again, you don't have to. You don't have to forgive your enemies, people who have done you wrong, people who are still doing you wrong. You don't have to forgive them, and you don't need to forgive anybody to heal. Namaste. Taking a deep breath. This is something that has been heavy on my chest, and I always wanted to talk about this. So, and our sisters and brothers of love and light, our Christians, fathers and mothers and sisters and brothers, they're very big on giving advice on forgiveness. And I'm here to break that illusion and saying I or nobody else needs to forgive if they're not ready to do so. This is not a disrespect to anybody. This is not disrespect to Christianity, Islam, or any other religion. This is me speaking my truth and how I see things. Compassion. You know, we need to be, and again, it's up to you, but it's best to be the follower of Christ, not to make religion and you should or you shouldn't or you must and you must, as Christ had compassion. When somebody was sick, he would be with that person. He would hold their hands. He would hold a safe space for them to heal. He would not tell the blind, you must see. He would be there with him, present in his space. He would connect heart to heart. So it's good to be a follower of Christ, not to make religion. Christ was not Christian. I don't know what his actual name was. Middle Easterns, they call him Isa, Jesus, Jesus. So he's known by different names. But it doesn't matter what his name was. It doesn't even matter if he was a story or this actually happened. It doesn't matter. The fact is, such a person has been in the consciousness of humanity, and even if that's a story, human consciousness or the Christ consciousness of humanity has created that story, even if somebody like Jesus didn't exist. So let's be Christ-like instead of trying to just give each other just advices that they lack compassion when somebody is in pain and agony. Be there, participate in their healing, participate in your own healing. There's no shame in having pain. There's no shame trying to share your aches and pains with someone. This is not talking behind anybody's back. A lot of times it's not. When somebody is having a raw emotions and is telling you, look what that person did to me. Don't shame them, or you're talking behind that person's back or blah, blah, blah. No, they're hurt. They're hurt and they just want to let it out. So if you're struggling And if somebody's telling you, you must forgive your enemies, or you must do this, or you must do that, you don't. You always dive deep within. A good friend, a good physician, a good healer hold space for you, hold a safe space for you. And in that safe space, you can deal with your unsafe emotions within. They hold safety for you to see these unsafe, scary places within you and process them. And they won't shoot you that you have to forgive. You don't. I feel much lighter. I hope you feel much lighter too. With these channels and channels like this, we can evolve human consciousness. We can invite each other into wholeness, into holding that space to speak our truth. We would open our home, the door of our home, and tell this person who is hurting to come in and sit with us, and we listen to their stories. We share our humanity. We show that nobody's alone in here. I'm not alone. You're not alone. My story is very similar to yours, because you and I are one. Humanity is one. My pain is yours and yours is mine. Whenever a war happens anywhere in the world, we feel it. Energetically, we feel something is not right. Through ripplings of energies across the oceans, we feel somebody else's sorrow. We feel the pain of those women that they have lost their kids in bombardments, in wars. Sending prayers to all those that they have lost loved ones, either to opioid crisis in North America, to war, to accidents, to illnesses. Pray for all those that are left behind to have courage to move on, to have courage to live their lives. To have courage to feel their pain and agony and ask for support. Pray for those who are in the position of supporting strength, kindness, and compassion. May we tap into our humanity. May we tap into our hearts and be there for each other. First, be there for yourself. Be there for yourself first. And my hope for you, I'm not commanding or I'm not demanding. My hope for you is to forgive yourself first. Forgive yourself first. That's my hope for you. Namaste, people. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. And I'll see you soon.